Have you ever been told that you're one song away from blowing up? That would be pretty awesome, but what would you do if I told you that that is probably one of the biggest scam phrases in the music industry today? I want to hear what you have to say about this, so be sure to write about it in the comments below. But in the meantime, I want to share two really quick stories for you and then give you 5 key takeaways that I think are going to be very important to your career. So the first story involves one of my former students that wrote his very first song, and he was getting ready for his very first release, so he was very excited. As a result, some production company talked him into paying for very expensive studio time with very expensive studio musicians, all because he had to do it right because he was one song away from blowing up. And then some promotion company talked him into doing some expensive Spotify promotion playlist thing with influencers in Brazil that were going to talk up his single and help him get more streams and follows and likes because he was one song away from blowing up. So he might as well do this right. And then when he didn't get the results he wanted, on song number 2, hey, you're one song away from blowing up. So he did it again and again and again until his father finally said, I am not giving you any more money. And he got very discouraged. And to be honest with you, I don't even think that he does music anymore today because he didn't blow up and he wasn't an overnight success in 3 months, So what a pity. So then the second story I want to share with you is a friend of mine that started a band here in Hollywood with 4 other people. They wrote songs. They rehearsed them, they booked their own shows, they promoted their own shows. They wrote more songs, they found ways to record the demos, they booked more shows, promoted more shows, built their fan list, and then wrote more songs, and so on and so forth. They even changed their band name, and they even changed the sound of their band and their style and their direction 2 times before finally, after 10 years, they got a break, they got signed, and then they started to gain traction and they started to blow up. Now, no one ever told them that they're one song away from blowing up. They did this all for the love of music, wanting to improve, wanting to get better, and actually wanting to succeed at this. They didn't do it for the mansions, the yachts, and the cars, and all that BS. And this band is known today as Maroon 5, which is a very big pop band that still journalists will say they're an overnight success, and they laugh about it because it took them literally 10 long years. So what is the whole point of this video, and what am I trying to say? Well, I'm going to tell you, but first, you're probably wondering, who the hell are you? So I'm a former major label independent and DIY recording musician. I'm also a 10-time author, and I'm employed by a major university that talks about the music industry. But enough about me. Let's get to the key takeaways of this. Okay, you guys? So first, number 1, very important. Watch out for the scams. And in all fairness, maybe they're not scams. They're businesses that are trying to make money off the backs of independent artists just like you. They know that if you're in the game, you're going to subscribe to their services and you're going to use the tools, and that's how they make money. They make money on you trying to succeed. They're trying to sell you the dream. And unfortunately, there's tons of companies out there, and they'll all tell you you're one song away from blowing up so that they keep on getting your money. So you just have to be really wise to this and just don't buy all the hype. Number 2, overnight success is a myth. I mean, come on, you guys. Look at Maroon 5. Took them 10 years. They changed their style. They changed their name. They kept on trying things. They kept on looking where people were responding until they got it right. And they were very happy at the same time doing what they were doing. It took time. If you're focusing on just the results, that's where you get in trouble. Number 3, play the long game. You have to be in this to win this. That could be 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. It could be 12 years, right? Or you might get lucky and it could be 2 years. Who knows? But the whole point is that you have to set yourself up where you're not desperate, where you have money coming in and you can pay your bills. So you have to be aware of the different side hustles out there. As a musician, I taught. I had 30 different students. I was playing in an R&B cover band at night, 3 times a week, in a house band. I was actually doing drum corps. I had a lot of money coming in and still had time to rehearse with my band and write songs and go on tour and all that good stuff because I was doing it right. You guys have to learn about some really good side hustles, and check out this video if you want to know more about side hustles. Number 4, embrace failure. You've got to be willing to just put yourself out there and fail. So if you've got your first single, don't worry about it being like blowing up and it's got to be huge and I've got a whole lot of stuff to prove. The more stuff you put out there, the more stuff you're going to learn about, the more data is going to be out there, the more you can crunch that data, and the more you can figure out the right path for you. But you can't expect everything you do to blow up. So don't be afraid to fail. And don't be afraid to learn from your failures. Then finally, number 5, enjoy the journey. The fun really, you guys, is right now. But if you're focusing on it's only gonna be fun when I make it and I have my mansions and my yachts and my cars and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna find that eventually when you get to that point, if you get there, right, or when you get there, that's not the fun stuff. The fun stuff is right now. So embrace the now because it's going to highly affect how people view you and it's going to affect your mood. So focus on the now and enjoy the journey. Okay, you guys, so look, I know that none of this is easy and it's really, really tough out there and you might be sick of the music hustle. So be sure to also check out this other video of mine, Sick of the Music Hustle. My name is Bobby Borg, helping musicians turn the art into more successful business. Peace, love, later.